RAOUL Powell explains how 200 NIO stocks will put you in the wealthy 1%. NIO's Battery as a Service. In the quest to achieve EV market share and customer traction, Chinese electric car maker NIO is aiming to differentiate itself in a significant way by offering its batteries as a service. Welcome to Stock Market News. Today's video will cover how 200 NIO stocks will put you in the wealthy 1%. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Many people have questioned whether the program will operate. After all, Tesla announced battery placements in 2013, only to discontinue the service 2 years later. And if Tesla didn't succeed, then no other EV manufacturer would, right? That is not the case. The EV industry was in its early stages when Tesla attempted BAAS. There were approximately 25,000 Teslas on the road, and the EV industry as a whole constituted little under 0.3% of the whole auto industry. RAOUL Powell, CEO and co-founder, Real Vision Group and global micro-investor. RAOUL Powell leads Real Vision to deliver unrivaled access to the best financial insights and analysis from the brightest minds. He takes satisfaction in his abilities as a business cycle economist, economic historian, and investment strategist. While discontinuing the battery exchange program, Elon Musk indicated that a lack of user demand, particularly in light of the popularity of Tesla's increasing supercharger network, was a driving factor in the decision. Notably, success is frequently determined by time. If markets are not yet ready, adequate infrastructure does not yet exist, or regulatory standards have not yet changed sufficiently to accommodate breakthrough technology, the first mover may not be the last man standing. Consider how Spotify thrived just 7 years after Napster failed, or how Pebble, the pioneer of smartwatches that you've probably never heard of, outlasted the enormously popular Apple Watches and Fitbit by a few years. Despite producing good products, Napster and Pebble suffered because their target markets were ready regulation-delayed advancement. Large incumbents in the sectors were distracted post-back, and customers could not show sufficient continuous interest. NIO appears to be similar to Spotify in terms of the battery swap market. NIO has at least triple the number of vehicles than Tesla did, great consumer support, and tremendous tailwinds from the burgeoning EV market. The timing appears to be favorable. NIO's gamble on BAAS is dependent on several critical aspects. Initial battery swaps are quick on average. It takes 3 to 5 minutes for the car to acquire a new completely charged battery versus 75 minutes for a full charge at a supercharger. Currently, battery swaps are also significantly less expensive than light alternatives. NIO's current service delivers 6 swaps each month, which equates to around 1,500 miles of range. At a monthly subscription price of $150, that equates to 10% per mile, which is comparable to the estimated 10.4% per mile at Tesla superchargers and lower than the national average of 11.62 cents per mile for gas-powered automobiles. BAAS also contributes to lower retail prices by allowing NIO to divorce the battery from the sale of the vehicle itself. NIO consumers can buy cars with or without batteries, with the latter costing around $10,000 less, making NIO cars more cost-effective, economical, and eligible for Chinese government subsidies. Decoupling batteries means that NIO ensures high demand for battery upgrades. Those engaged in the battery swap service will want to upgrade when a better battery becomes available, and those who are not currently enrolled in the program will be able to join. Owners can also purchase replacement batteries on an individual basis, which helps retain the majority of the car's resale value and alleviates broader concerns about battery degradation. NIO's activity suggests that they see battery investments are an important element of their expansion strategy. The company presently holds over 1,200 battery patents and operates over 170 swap stations around China, intending to reach 500 by the end of 2021. Furthermore, at NIO Day earlier this year, the firm unveiled a new 150 kilowatt, 620-mile range battery that will be available beginning in 2022. Let me now discuss the downsides of this technology. NIO has 2 standardized battery sizes to guarantee that new batteries fit in aging cars. The batteries become a replaceable element in the vehicle's overall architecture. In some cases, modularity is advantageous. It can minimize system complexity, provide product flexibility, and aid in the upgrade process. Take, for example, a couch. With removable cushions and seat structure, you can quickly convert a low seat into a sectional or easily change a wine stand pillow to make the sofa appear new. However, when it comes to technology, modularity becomes more difficult. While it may provide freedom in the user, modularity and standardization impose unneeded size limits on the innovator. In the case of battery technology, such constraints may stymie efforts to develop denser, more efficient storage capacity. Making each battery as a cell to pack up, as would be required for modular batteries, it takes up more room and weighs more than building batteries to sell to vehicles as Tesla does. The race to become the dominant EV firm is closely connected to who can develop the greatest battery technology. Developing a paradigm that is reliant on the cell to pack may stymie NIO's long-term growth. Revenue source for BAAS: NIO's SBAAS generate revenue from two main sources: battery swap services and individual purchases of new batteries. The battery swap services generate monthly reacting revenue. Owners pay around $150 per month and can receive up to 6 swaps every month. Owners who do not have at-home charging, have trouble accessing public charging stations, or who purchase their vehicle without a battery are the most likely to participate in this program. Currently, approximately 40% of NIO owners pay for battery changes. With 75,500 NIOs on the road, 40% is 30,200 cars. At $150 per month, the battery swap service currently generates $4.5 million in monthly recurring income, or $54 million in yearly revenue. This figure is anticipated to rise as NIO boosts production, increases owner penetration, and raises the number of swap stations. Individual battery purchases, on the other hand, are a more volatile source of revenue. When NIO releases a new battery, expect demand to increase as owners look to upgrade. This revenue source provides some additional money, but it is unlikely to have a big influence on NIO's bottom line. The key advantage is that it helps minimize the risk associated with high R&D costs for creative technology. Much as government subsidies and promises to acquire COVID-19 vaccines assure that pharmaceutical companies would not incur major losses when investing billions of dollars in R&D to develop a vaccine, according to NIO's BAAS model, produces a comparable demand insurance. Is battery swapping a viable business model? How do swap stations operate? When a battery swap request is received, the station replaces the car's exhausted battery with a fully charged one. The empty battery is placed in a charging port and charged until it is ready to be swept into another vehicle. It takes roughly an hour to recharge the battery on average. NIO determines the ideal time the owner will spend at a charging station by separating the battery from the car. Consider it similar to takeout in that you can pick up your food and go. The meal takes the same amount of time to prepare as if you cooked it yourself, but you don't have to be present while it cooks. Similarly, regardless of whether the owner is there, each battery takes the same amount of time to charge. So far, the exchange stations appear to provide numerous benefits to consumers. However, the logistics of building a full exchange network are quite complicated. The presence of unpredictable demand throughout the day and across regions complicates inventory management and creates service capacity restrictions. Consider the following hypothetical scenario. If 100 cars want to switch their batteries and each station can perform 12 swaps per hour, it would take approximately 8.3 hours to serve all cars. If each car arrives at 5-minute intervals, the system is functioning properly and no one has to wait in line. However, because demand is generally concentrated, people may look for a swap on their way to or from work or during their lunch break. In this situation, the hours of 7 to 9 a.m., 12 to 1 p.m., and 5 to 7 p.m. could be very congested. Similarly, weekends may be associated with higher concentrations of demand. In 5 years, the initial battery exchange station may be remembered as the start of a breakthrough business concept or as a stunning failure. Time will only tell. So what are your opinions on the battery swaps? Do you believe they'll work? Are there any other difficulties you anticipate? Would you ever utilize a battery change yourself? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. That's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe to our channel below.